Hallowfiend Remembers, by me. The first recollection, age 16, that unforgettable All Hallows Eve. Nestled in a Ford Tourneo's rearward seat between two brawny accomplices, he fingers an aluminum bat spray-painted Dayglow orange. His sweatshirt and sweatpants match that fluorescent shade, as does his skeleton mask. As a matter of fact, scrutinizing the 8 individuals filling the minibus, one would be hard-pressed to distinguish one from the other. When the mucky vehicle screeches to a standstill, on a desolate street where skeletal trees grow up toward fog stars and it seems that every deity has been blinded, the group bursts nightward, whooping and howling. Down come their clubs again and again, obliterating the intoxicated plead murmurs of a homeless encampment, shattering glass, staining frayed sleeping bags crimson. Piling back into the Tourneo, treacherously giggling, they exchange congratulations. "Man, did you see? One of them was a woman," the Hallowfiend's younger self gasped. "You know, we probably should have abducted her." Silence meets the declaration, as it's too ludicrous to respond to. After all, how does one kidnap a corpse? The second recollection, age 7, an earlier All Hallows. Having ditched the neighborhood family he'd accompany on their trick-or-treating trek, the Hallowfiend's child itself ascends a paved hill, one slow step at a time. His weighted down pillowcase makes his arms ache. Sweat clouds his corpse paint, stench soaks his reaper hood. Silver streaking the sidewalk as cheap plastic scythe drags behind him. Rightward he sees parallel streets teeming with ghouls, bats, arachnids, and goblins, frozen upon green landscapes, string-tethered to overhangs, with masquerading families parading from household to household, spewing the customary catchphrase in exchange for sugared confections. Leftward he spies only shadowy underbrush, shrubs and saplings, where sting insects lurk. Soon the vegetation will be slaughtered, a site paved over to birth additional neighborhoods, resembling those rightward residences glimpsed in a mirrorscape. Perhaps aware of this factoid, the shrubs seem to whisper, until screaming, a young unicorn bursts out from their depths. Upon closer inspection, the unicorn is actually a costumed human, a young female wearing a coral fleece onesie. Her hoof slippers are muddy, integrating with downflowing lacrimae snot slides from her nostrils. Her face ripples as she moans, "Where's my mommy?" Shrugging, the Hallowfiend's child itself continues on his way. Reaching the cul-de-sac of his latest foster family, he takes one last look at the moon. For him, it reveals his true countenance, a faint jack-o'-lantern, ethereal radiance spilling through its sharp features. Smiling, the boy enters the residence. He sprints to his bedroom, to toss the pillowcase into the closet, before his faux family can spot its widening gore blotch. The third recollection, infancy, his first Halloween. Continually gurgling, he lies on the sidewalk, staring up into the night sky, from which Wayne just ceased plummeting. Suddenly, a strawberry-costumed female looms over him, with flaccid, friendly features overwritten with concern. "Oh my," she exclaims, crouching to lift him. "Somebody left you alone in a puddle. Who would do such a thing?" As her fingers brush his midsection, the better to heft him, a thunderous crack sounds and the woman topples over. Where her friendly face was, flesh tendrils flank a shattered bone cavity. Hair clumps and cerebral chunks curl into a pulpy grin as she settles. A younger woman materializes, gripping a revolver. Under a felt cowboy hat and purple domino mask, she chews her lower lip bloody. Passing the firearm to her correspondingly costumed husband, she tenderly scoops the Hallowfiend's infant self into her arms. The couple's soaked even locks hang down to their shoulders, resembling spider legs layered in olive oil. Their glittering oculi strain from their sockets as they bustle their way into a battered sob. As the man places one trembling hand on the steering wheel, with his other keys the engine to life, the woman reclines in the passenger seat, her undernourished arms a child cage. "Quick, before the pigs come," she implores. Tittering, her husband complies. Accelerating down a street of smirking pumpkins, they see no neighbors emerge from their homes. Mutilated, arranged in otherworldly tableaus, all are too busy decomposing. "You know, covered in bitch blood, a boy resembles a little devil, doesn't he?" the woman remarks, finger tracing pagan symbols on the child's crimson forehead. "His first costume," her husband agrees. In the candy apple room decades later, where inflamed gutters from even candles, beneath rows of frozen latex faces, a guidance counselor cavorts. Snickers bars squelch beneath his footfalls. Fog machine vapor hangs heavy. Mummy moans and graveyard winds sound from hidden speakers. Disclosing 3 recollections as he skins a fresh All Saints Eve victim, peeling back the boy's dermis and subcutaneous tissues to unveil a wet, gleaming ribcage, He then asked the pain-delirious young fellow a question. At which point did I become the Hallowfiend?